I don't know if you noticed this or if it's perceivable from your end. The bass and the 808, they're really, really loud. Okay, and to be honest with you, the bass and the 808 is one of the most like challenging areas. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do sidechain. Okay, but we're gonna do sidechain in a very clever way. Okay, we're gonna we're gonna use the TDR Nova that I sent you guys. Okay, TDR Nova, where are you? Okay. So this is my 808. I'm just gonna play it solo so you guys can hear. Okay. It has nothing to it. It's just a normal 808 loaded onto a sampler. Okay. So the TDR Nova, it's a dynamic equalizer. Okay. There are other dynamic equalizers. Isotope has one in Ozone. I don't know if you have heard about it. And Fab Filter has the Pro Q3. Okay, and there are others, but those two are the ones that I usually use. So the way this works is, you see here in the inventory it says sidechain. Okay, so what you can do is literally, you can route your kick drum. Where's my kick drum? Okay, basic kick drum. Okay, I'm gonna route my kick drum to command my equalizer to tame down only the frequencies that I want, instead of a normal sidechain compression that tames down the whole volume. Okay, and this is very important because what you're gonna do is, instead of you having a hammer and treating your mix like a brick, no, you're gonna have like an operating knife, you know, like from a surgeon. Like, you know, you're gonna go like, okay, just trim this, yeah, okay, and you're gonna preserve obviously the remaining of the kick drum. So sidechain, you click here, you go and you try to find your basic kick, okay, your kick drum, you play, and you go here, see where it says internal, this is internal sidechain, you need to check external sidechain, okay, and then we're gonna go in, okay, so this is the 808, so we're having a huge predominance. Sorry, I forgot to tame down the volume as I was speaking. So we have our 808. We have a huge predominance around, I'd say 50 to 100 to 20 hertz. So in this section in here. So what we're going to do, I'm going to draw something here. Okay. Every time I grab the the drawing bit from Zoom, it leaves the plugins on Ableton. But anyway, bear with me. So there's a huge predominance in here. This is our 808. And now I'm going to listen to our kick drum. Okay, so this is our kick drum. Okay, so I'm gonna say that our bass is usually in here. I'm gonna say it's safe, but I'm gonna say around, around 100 hertz. I definitely want to tame that down. Okay, so how do I do this? So I just grab one point, I pull it down, but then I'm gonna double click it, leave it at 0. So I want to find the frequency first. So that's 100 hertz. I turn on the threshold here and I pull it down. Now see what happens. Okay? Every time we're looking at the frequency analyzer for the kick, which is our sidechain. So every time the kick is playing, you see the frequency on the 808, it's being tamed. Okay? So I'm going to show you. So this is our 808. I'm going to narrow the Q factor. The Q factor allows me to interfere with less frequencies instead of being like all over the spectrum. Okay? Okay? So basically, as you can hear, and we're going to do this comparison right now. I'm going to do a normal compressor. Okay? Normal compressor sidechain, okay, from a basic kick. Okay? I'm gonna do, how much are we taking off here? 7 dB. Okay, so I'm gonna try and find 7 dB. Let me see, 7 dB. So this is the gain reduction amount. Okay, the gain reduction on a compressor, it states how many dBs are being pulled down. Okay, so 9, that's too much. 8. Okay, so now I'm gonna really crank it up. Okay. Okay, so first things first, you can do this in your mixes. This is a really neat trick. You can go in here on the key mapping, okay, and you can map the bypass on 2 different plugins, okay? So let's say I'm gonna map letter L, okay? So the letter L, I'm gonna click the bypass, and click the L on both of them. And then I'm going to click the key mapping again. And if I have one turned on and one turned off, when I press my letter L on my keyboard, it's going to switch between the two. Okay, this is very useful. So you want to like compare, I don't know, maybe two equalizers, or you want to compare two saturators, or even two like lead lines. You want to compare serum or wavetable to operator. They have the same melody, but you're not sure between which one sounds better. You just map the bypass and you click and you have a listen. So let's have a listen to that. This is the normal sidechain. This is the TDR Nova. Okay? Yeah. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys can hear that. I'm pretty sure you can. Literally, when I'm using the TDR Nova, I can hear the whole sub-frequencies pumping through. When I'm using the compressor, those sub-frequencies, especially below the 50 hertz, the 100 hertz, sorry, they are being tamed down because the compressor doesn't make a difference between the frequencies you want to tame down or not. He just goes like, okay, I'm going to control the volume. So kick is playing, okay, volume down. That's what sidechain does, I usually I like to make this comparison. It's like a soldier. Yeah. So the sidechain, the compression is like a soldier, and your general, like your military boss, it's the kick. So when the kick says duck, the soldier is gonna duck. So yeah, I don't know if this comparison is useful for you, but I hope you can understand what I'm saying. Yeah. So all good. 808. I have this bass layer in here, which is a second bass layer. Okay. Okay. So this bass layer here, what I'm gonna do is literally, I'm just gonna copy the TDR Nova. This is a really cool thing about Ableton, to be honest with you. I think we're all very lucky to, just be able to just click and drag a compressor with the configuration already done. So I'm gonna go in the bass layer and just listen to my sidechain. Okay, so I know it's here. I'm gonna listen to my in. Okay, so you see in here, actually we have a really big conflict because our bass layer, it's definitely peaking. Like there's a resonance at 100, literally, yeah, and then a bit below because the notes change with the frequencies. And if I listen to my kick, look, my kick has exactly the same space sonically as this second bass. So what I'm gonna do actually, I'm gonna use an equalizer, a normal one. I'm gonna use a normal equalizer, and I'm actually gonna use a really sharp cut. This is called a 48 dB per octave cut. It means there's really few frequencies that will pass below the point that it's cutting. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is actually, I'm gonna take, yeah, I'm gonna take most of it. You know why? If you guys make urban music or hip hop or trap, like your 808 is definitely like the king of the sub frequencies. It's like you gotta have your 808 shine, because the rappers, they come in the studio, they just want to listen to the 808. You can just play something with the 808s and they're gonna like it. I'm kidding, but jokes aside, it is very true. The urban music these days, for the last maybe 10 years, it's very dominated by the 808 element as itself. So yeah, I'm not gonna disturb my 808. I'm gonna have to make a choice. I'm saying 808, you're gonna be to the maximum extent of your capabilities, and the second bass, I'm gonna have it as a stereo bass. Okay, stereo bass, obviously, it is a very risky word because people usually say, "Oh, your bass, the bass has to be mono." Okay, this is something that is very common. No, your bass has to be mono. Okay, but what about like if I put like, let's say, a chorus, and I make my bass stereo? Okay, let's see what I can do here. Okay. 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 Yeah. Yeah, that sounds really cool. Let's hear with the whole song. Okay, I'm gonna lower the volume now. Okay, so you see here, I added the chorus. Now we might have phase issues. Okay, phase, it's when two signals cancel each other. Okay, so there's a really cool function here in utility, which is bass mono. So you just click there, and everything below, I'm even gonna say 150 hertz will be mono. So literally, we're having only the middle end of the bass that is being stereo. It helps to bring up my chorus, and if you listen to this here, now watch when it passes. Okay.